are very happy about where we are. It's a good industry to be in as ASSA ABLOY. And there are many reasons for that. The first one is, of course, it's a growing industry. Security, safety and convenience is there and is growing every part of the world. The main message today was really to give our investors the comfort of what we do within ASSA ABLOY. We have shown them today and demonstrated how we intend to grow in emerging markets, how we're going to how we execute our strategy within the mature market, but also how we intend to grow the business across all divisions.
If you take it from 2004, the top line has grown with 80%, the profit has doubled, and the earnings per share are up 114%. So I think that's an appropriate ending of the financials.
Well, investor relations is very important to ASSA ABLOY because we're a listed company. 85% of our shares is regularly traded on the stock market. And this is the one day of the year where the owners can meet the management team and listen to the strategy of the company.
These capital markets days are important because they kind of take you away from the short term and the noise and allow you to think about the company from a bottom-up perspective and what it's really trying to do and where it wants to go, you know, over the longer term, basically.
It's very important because we do not really have access to the divisional managers. They are all very busy, and once a year they all fly to Stockholm, you know, a lot of them. We get a chance to speak to them, both formally when they are on stage and ask Q&A, but also informally over lunch and coffee. And just to have that, to see the whole wide spectrum of the managers of ASSA is quite a unique experience.
We have managed to improve our profitability while investing in our future. What you see here is our EBIT margin since 2003. It's been consistently rising. You see a small dip in 2009 from 20% to 19.3%. During the steep drop-off, but we continued to rebuild it, and right now in 2011 we ended up at 20.5%, and year-to-date we're close to 21%.
So this panel is indicative of how the Americas division works with the corporate strategy. And just as a recap, the Americas division sells and manufactures doors, hardware, and hardware accessories. Most of our business is in the non-residential segment. That's about 90%, 10% being in residential. And that spans, of course, from Canada all the way down to the tip of Chile.
Elmec has been discussed already a lot this morning, and EMEA is not an exception. We're growing fast with Elmec. Right now, Elmec is 24% of our sales. And only a few years back, this number was much smaller. So we see that the industry is shifting towards more technological solutions, and I think that this trend will continue to develop.
I think that one of the surprises that is very new is our concept of SEOs and the mobile keys. It is very exciting for ASSA ABLOY, and I think that we have a very good position in that field. So that is very interesting for many of the analysts.
What is unique with SEOs is that we developed a new car technology that is designed for mobile access control. So the SEOs TSM manages identities and ensures end-to-end security, all the way from the back-end servers that generates the credentials down to the secure element, which is then delivered over there, down to the secure element inside the mobile phone. And the SEOs TSM is designed to seamlessly plug in to the infrastructure that the mobile operators are providing to handle NFC applications.
Yeah, very impressive on the new product launches. We've known about it, we've been told about it every time we meet ASSA ABLOY or speak to them around quarterly earnings, but just to see the visual presentations of the amount of new products being launched and the sales force investment that's gone in parallel to it as well, that is very impressive.
Yale Doorman, an electronic front door locks for home. I operate this lock with 3 different tokens. I can use a code to operate and open the door, or a remote control, or a key tag. Another great thing with this lock is that I never have to ask myself the question, did I lock the door when I leave my apartment or house? It always locks automatically. So when I close the door, it takes a second and then it goes into locked position. This type of function or solution has been available earlier in the commercial market and commercial products, but are now available in a consumer product designed for your entrance door in your apartment or villa. And what we've added to this product compared to a mechanical lock is convenience, and we have done that without lowering the level of security.
It's important for us to give our investors an opportunity to look a little bit deeper into the company and give them really not the secret sauce of the company, but at least give them the idea really how professionally we are working on the different parts of the company. And I felt today that that has been achieved.
In the short term, you can feel confident about how ASSA will perform in what is still a very difficult economic environment. So, if things do deteriorate from here, from a kind of growth perspective, they'll manage the costs very well. You can kind of trust management to do a good job. But I think more importantly today, the message was that in a fairly flattish world, ASSA can deliver good organic growth. It doesn't need a big GDP tailwind to drive the business forward. It's got a good pipeline of M&A. It's got new products coming to the market that can allow it to take market share, maybe outperform its markets. And there's still scope for the margin to go higher.